Hello everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Home Video Library. I'm your host Nathan P. Butler. Last time, we looked at a Star Wars board game that included an interactive VHS tape. Well, this time we take another step in the board game direction as we check out this. Or what this came from, at least. This is a nice little package here. It says, Trivial Pursuit DVD, Star Wars Saga Edition. Copyright and stuff on the back. Open this sucker up. You have tracking to tell who's done what in a game. And 2 DVDs. DVD number 1. And a different color scheme here. DVD number 2. Now, these may be DVDs, but this isn't a movie to watch. Yes, as it says up there at the top, this is a Star Wars version of the classic party game, Trivial Pursuit. Now, as you would expect, this is a game of Trivial Pursuit. So it's a boxed board game. And for most people who pick this up, it looks like this. It says, the world's most popular trivia game comes alive on your TV. Game includes 2 DVDs. Featuring exciting footage from all 6 movies, including Episode 3. This was released in 2005, so no Force Awakens on the horizon. Lucas at this point was saying there was only ever meant to be 6, which is a bunch of bull. Okay, ages 10 to adult. This is another one from Parker Brothers, just like Assault on the Death Star was, albeit this one being a newer one. Side label there. Side there. And all pretty much looks the same as you go from side to side. Or pretty close to it. And on the back, it reveals what it is that you're getting. Step into a galaxy far, far away. Relive your favorite moments from the entire Star Wars saga and experience the films like never before in this Trivial Pursuit DVD Saga Edition. Enjoy classic Trivial Pursuit gameplay with an exciting and entertaining DVD twist. You'll see classic Star Wars scenes and galactic conflicts, while your favorite Star Wars episodes come to life on your television screen. 2,500 questions in 6 different categories with hundreds on DVD. And you have your different things. Here's a sample of what's included in the DVD. Who's missing? What ship is this? Which quote doesn't belong? Who's being drawn? What duo escaped from this ship? Who won the race that began here? And so forth. And it points out it includes 4 collectible tokens, and it includes the game board, 2 DVDs, 1 die, 4 character tokens, 24 scoring wedges, I call them pie wedges, instructions, question and answer cards in a storage box, and yes, they have to say this because this is America and we're going to sue over any kind of false advertising. We're going to sue and win millions from McDonald's because we bought a coffee and it didn't say it was hot and we spilled it on ourselves and we burnt our laps. We're going to say, you're going to give me $1 million because I'm a freaking moron. Welcome to modern day United States. But because you have to say it these days, DVD player and TV not included. I'm a big fan of watching Elementary lately, and a particular series with Benedict Cumberbatch from the UK. So may I say, because I haven't had a chance to say it since watching those shows and it's so fitting, no shit, Sherlock. Now, of course, as with any game of Trivial Pursuit, you have 6 different categories. You have red, which is the cantina. It's about scenes, aliens, cameos, and things like that. You have, and yes, I'm looking at the sheet here to remind myself, pink, which is the Force. And for every action, there's a reaction, basically dealing with the Force itself. You have yellow, which is heroes, villains, and scoundrels, which deals with the main characters. Brown, the saga, which is about the movie plots. Green, which is Galaxy Far, Far Away, which is about mainly locations and technology, planets, cities, buildings, vehicles, etc. And orange, which is hyperspace, which is basically like a wild card, miscellaneous, they call it wild card, anything goes kind of category. And of course, your goal, move around the board, earn yourself those scoring wedges or pie pieces for the different categories, eventually make it back to the center and answer a final question, essentially, to win the game. What makes this game different is that when you're going for a wedge, a pie piece that you need to help you win the game, or going for that final question to hopefully win the game, that's where the DVD comes in. You'll choose a particular category or choose that you're going for the final question on the DVD, and it'll play a specific question for you with interesting formats of questions that you just couldn't get out of a question asked off of a card. Here's a few quick samples of the type of questions that you would see for regular questions.
So be it, Jedi.
Shield is down. Commence attack on the Death Star's main reactor.
We're on our way.
Has dissolved the Council permanently. The last remnants of the old Republic have been swept away.
That's impossible. It is possible, however unlikely, that they might find a weakness and exploit it. They're more dangerous than you realize.
Dangerous to your Starfleet, Commander, not to this battle station.
Continue with the operation. You may fire when ready.
What?
You're far too trusting.
If you follow your thoughts through to conclusion, it'll take us to a place we cannot go.
Follow your thoughts through to conclusion. It'll take us to a place we cannot go. If you follow your thoughts through to conclusion, it'll take us to a place we cannot go.
What you would get if you were asking a question for winning the game.
Congratulations, you win the game. This party's over.
You did it! We split the winnings 50-50, I think, huh?
That's it! We did it!
We did it! Someday you're going to be wrong, and I just hope I'm there to see it.
Victory!
So it's Trivial Pursuit with the DVD. Here's a quick look, thanks to iPad recording, of the contents of the game. So courtesy of shifting to the iPad here, here's a look at the various components of the game. You, of course, have just your basic rules of play here. And you have the board itself. Board's pretty cool, very nicely done. It's Star Wars themed, but at the same time it still looks kind of classy. And we got our categories here, right? Hyperspace, the Saga, the Cantina, Galaxy Far, Far Away, the Force, Heroes, Villains, and Scoundrels. Our title there, Trivial Pursuit DVD, Star Wars Edition. Individual spots to get your pie wedges. Roll again, and so on. Right, the little Orabesh on your different items to land on there, with some ships and such around the edges. You have your DVD, as we've seen, your DVD case there, individual discs, already looked at those. Your cards inside your nice little case. Of course, you take the lid off, stick it inside the lid. You got a nice way there to make it a stand. Few extra wedges, your regular standard die, and then here's your individual figures. We've got Luke, we've got Obi-Wan, we've got Yoda, and we've got Darth Vader. Right? A nice little set. Fun Trivial Pursuit if you're a Star Wars nerd who likes me, who's big on Star Wars, but are unlike me in that you can actually find people willing to play a Star Wars Trivial Pursuit against you. Now there's one more piece of content, another item inside the box that doesn't come with the version I just showed you. At the same time that regular cardboard box edition was being released, you could also get this bad boy. Same game, Trivial Pursuit DVD Saga Edition for Star Wars. That's it. No images there, but more of sort of a nice dignified set of titles there. Essentially the same information there on the back as on the back of the other one, but this nice Revenge of the Sith themed, toy packaging themed type of cover here in a collectible tin, very much like that Executor boxed set from the UK of the VHS tapes, the ones that we know of as the Definitive Collection UK VHS, but most people just call the Executor set. It's that same kind of tin packaging here. Exact same contents, except if you bought this one, you wanted to be able to prove that, yes, you got that limited edition. So there's one of these little certificates of authenticity in it, right? That basically says, Dear Trivial Pursuit and Star Wars enthusiast, for more than 20 years, the Trivial Pursuit game has become the world's most popular trivia game, challenging millions of players with its general knowledge questions. At the same time, the Star Wars saga has captured millions of fans with its exciting movies from a galaxy far, far away. Together, we celebrate these two favorites with the Trivial Pursuit DVD Star Wars Saga Edition. By this letter, you are declaring that you hold in your hands the official Collectible Tin Edition, worthy of any Jedi. The certificate of authenticity has a unique number that is yours and yours alone. May the Force be with you. Enjoy. And mine happens to be number, 52,150. If you're a fan of Star Wars, a fan of Trivial Pursuit, this is an absolute no-brainer to pick up, though I find a lot of times it's hard to find people who want to play with me because I usually mop the floor with people because I'm a super Star Wars geek, but that's okay. It's a fun little item to have, and for Trivial Pursuit to add the DVDs, which they've done in this case and some others, it just adds another layer of coolness to playing the game. This is actually a game that I played with some fellow Star Wars fan audio folks back at one of the Con Carolinas that I went to, and we recorded our session of playing, which was kind of fun. So you can tend to find these pretty easily still on places like eBay and such. You'll obviously find the cardboard box one more easily than the tin version, but a lot of times when you find these, you can even still find them either still sealed or with all the components still in their original bags. I'd had the cardboard box one since 2005 when I bought it, so it's all open and whatnot, but that collector's tin version I literally just got within the last week, and every single piece is still in its original packaging, right down to the DVDs still in the little plastic wrap. So you can find them, and they're not very expensive at this point. So if you've never checked it out, this is one to give a shot if you're interested. And of course, it's another weird edition because it's an official Star Wars DVD release. Happens to come with a game for the Star Wars home video library. With that, we'll wrap up this episode. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with the home video viewers and the Trivial Pursuit players.